All right, so this is my first ever storytime video, and I'm actually excited for this one because the one I picked out to be the first one is one that is really awkward to talk about because really, I don't think a lot of you had this problem before. I mean, sure, we all had teachers that we disliked in life, but really, this one was a bit of a different one because I have other stories to tell, but oh well, this is the one I'm telling you guys first out of all of them. And hopefully you guys do enjoy the video. Please leave a like and subscribe if you are new. And how about this? Comment down below. When are you going to graduate? Because I have been feeling old as hell hearing and seeing people, graduate or at least not graduate. Like I see people worrying about middle school when I finished middle school like years ago, and I'm right now like a junior in high school, and I just compare that and I'm like, bro, this, like, time is fast. God, they do say time moves fast. Jeez, that is true. And a little scary. But anyways, story I want to talk about here is basically, you can already tell by the title of the video, and that is my alcoholic English teacher. Now, how would I rate my middle school experience? 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10, But in 8th grade, it was the first week of 8th grade, and I was with my friends. We were all checking our schedules to see, oh, who do you have this class or first hour? Oh, I got Mr. Tortellini. Oh, that's nice. I got him for third hour. But basically, I had this English teacher that I had always for the end of the day, and really, we all thought she would be nice because, in the first week of school, usually the teachers are nice. They'll be like, settle in, class, settle in. Unless, of course, you had the math teacher. Then they would all be like, all right, we are late. You see the schedule? We are an hour late until the final exams. I bet some of you can at least relate to that, There's at least one teacher that you had that literally said, everything is late. We are behind on schedule. But for this teacher, it was the first week of school, and like I always say, they always show off that, like, their nice side and all that, They'll be like, relax, there's not going to be any homework. We're not going to do any of this, This is the first week of school. I want to get to know you guys. But after the first week, it went downhill, really. And it was really awkward for a lot of us because this teacher would give out detention to just about anything. And she was, like, pissed after the first week. She was pissed. And I'm going to be honest with you. I get it. Teachers, we make it rough for them sometimes. But really, this was all her fault, all right? And, I'm going to name her Miss Karen for the video because I feel like it's best to give them names instead of saying, like, English teacher, English teacher, English teacher. So we'll name her Miss Karen. Now, Miss Karen, it was interesting how we found out she was an alcoholic, but let's get to the process of how it led up to all this. There's always a lead up to all these things. Anyways, it was the second week of school, and literally I started hearing about a lot of people getting detentions at my school and that they had to get it revoked. Now, I don't know if you ever got detention revoked, but it's one of the best feelings in life where, it's like you have to stay an extra hour at school, but then once you get it revoked, it's like, joke's on you. I get to go home at normal time. So mind me, but I'm going to go get my Chick-fil-A. And really, this happened to one of my best friends, which we'll call him Tom. So Tom got his detention revoked. But I remember this dude was super pissed about it because he was actually right by my locker with another friend of mine. And when we were talking about it, I was like telling him, hey, why are you so mad? It's like, and then Tom's like, I just got detention from Miss Karen. And I'm like, whoa, what do you do? Now, Tom wasn't really that much of a bad student. I mean, sure, he didn't get the greatest grades, but overall, he was also another chill dude, mainly quiet sometimes. But then again, that's just because we usually take a long time talking about gaming stuff, and then he has to talk about his gaming stuff, like Rainbow Six Siege moments that he wants to share. And really, when we were all talking about it, it was crazy because apparently he got detention for being quiet, refusing to not talk in class, which was really weird to give a detention for someone who doesn't want to talk, because I understand where it's like you got to participate in class, but if you don't know the answer, then why bother asking us, Like, come on. Really, teach? Like, come on. But basically, he gets a detention for being too quiet. And we keep telling him, relax, relax. There has to be some way we can prevent this. And I tell him, listen, how about this? Go to the principal. He can revoke it. And it was a good idea at first. But the thing is about that idea is that if we go to the principal, he's going to have a discussion with this teacher. But if we go to our dean, I mean, it was a much better chance that he wouldn't talk about it. He'll just be like, oh, all right, you'll get it revoked, I guess. And by the way, our middle school dean was, let me put it this way, I'd rather have my high school dean than the middle school dean. Or at least, no, actually, no, change that. I'd rather have my middle school dean than my high school dean. And I'll explain that why in a different video. But anyways, we go to the dean, we tell him the situation, and we tell him, listen, Tom is innocent. Free my man Tom. Get him out of behind bars. This man did nothing. You don't have evidence. And all that. I'm just kidding. But basically, what we do tell him is that, listen, our friend Tom here, he's pretty chill. He doesn't make a ruckus. And you probably don't even know him because, let's be honest, you know his brother more than him. Then again, you never really heard anything happening to Tom, all right? And really, it was interesting because this dude literally got he got a detention for being quiet. And it was the weirdest detention the dean has ever heard of. Now, he did say, oh, well, I remember one time people would, make a comeback to the teacher saying, I refuse to give my answer. But he was strangely confused about it. This man was making it look like he had amnesia. He's like, so you're quiet. Wait, you're quiet? That doesn't make sense. And we're all like, yeah, I mean, of course. I mean, he's one of the short classes. I mean, my class is shorter than his in student-wise, but still. So he gets his detention revoked. And when he gets detention revoked, he's super happy and all that. We're all like, yeah, free Bobby Shmurda, yeah. And we later headed back to our own classes because we were about to be late. And because where we were at the dean's office, our classes were in different locations, and one of mine had been in the high school wing. So, and I already had 2 lates already, so if I get a third late, then I get detention. So I quickly head back to class. Another day came, and this is where you might get an understanding of it. And apparently there's a lot of kids that need their detention revoked for the stupidest reasons of all time. And now I can give you on about the list, but really this would make the video much longer than necessary. And I really do want to get to the 2 other parts that make it to where we find out she's an alcoholic. But basically, this one's going to lead to the second reason. So we find out she's giving a lot of, detentions and all that. And one of those days, and this was September now. We're now in September. And she's still here. She's still hired. I think she was still teaching us. I mean, she didn't really care. She just gave us a book and said, here, paper, pencil, work. And that day, I remember in particular that day was just, I could not stand the smell of the room. I'm sorry, I could not stand the smell of the room. And I know some of you might be thinking, let me guess, Jimmy over here, fat boy Jimmy over here forgot to get deodorant from PE class and didn't get that Axe, right? Well, no, that wasn't it. But thanks for trying. But anyways, this room smelled like, Jesus, it's like a mixture of coffee with, I would call it like a Frank Sinatra wise. Like this, it smelled like a pack of smokes. Freaking, I'm sorry, I just can't stand the smell of it. I'm sorry, I just couldn't stand the smell of that day, okay? Out of everything I smelled in my life, that was just horrible, all right? And you can even like smell it outside of the room. I remember leaving just to go to the bathroom, just to like take a breather because that room was just freaking awful. But when I came back, the teacher opened the door. Miss Karen opened the door for little old me. And when I walked in, I realized the smell was coming from her. It was Miss Karen. Karen, did you take a shower, Karen? Or are you just going to keep drinking your stupid little flask? Anyways, we can all tell the smell's coming from her. And when I get back to my seat, I have a friend behind me telling me, hey, I think I might be crazy, but isn't the smell coming from her? Oh, yeah, of course. I mean, I just came back from the bathroom and when you open the door for me, I can literally smell it all the way in front of my face. Yeah. And we started talking about it more and we're saying, hey, there can't be a possibility that she's, let's just say, glug. No, I don't think so. Now, for me, I really didn't like, thinking about these things because really, I didn't like accusing people. Plus, I don't even accuse people of anything because really, why accuse someone that you don't even know to begin with? Like, really, come on now. But the rest of the class did. And good thing is, they were right because we were at the end of September and the quarter is just about to be over. And really, this third suspicion I gave off was actually the actual evidence. So in my school, they used to have tons of vending machines for us to, buy some sodas and snacks. And they keep taking away most of it throughout the year until the ones they leave out are the ones right by the teacher's lounge. And apparently, someone from my class was going there to get a soda because it was like the only one that sold Mountain Dew and Pepsi and all that. So apparently what I've been told is that he actually bought one, but while he was there waiting for it to, go down the little opening box so he can get the soda and all that, he sees the teacher in there. And he could not believe it that the flask was right there on the table. Like, I don't know if you guys know what a flask is, but just imagine this. A little to-go alcohol cuppy thing. Like, that's my best description, right? A little alcohol to-go cuppy, all right? That you can put in your front pocket of your jacket or suit or anything of it, all right? She had one, and the guy literally took a photo of her drinking out of it, but he also got a photo of her pouring it in her coffee. Like, no joke, no scam. This lady was actually putting alcohol in her coffee, and literally, how... Like, I get it, there's some people who are having a rough time in life. But really, though, why can't you just do this somewhere else? Please, like, you out of all places you can do it, like, I'd rather have you do it at a Chuck E. Cheese than at, like, a school, right? And basically, he takes it to the school office where every staff member is during after school. He shows them the photo that he had of her pouring it in her coffee, because the one, apparently, from what I've been told and saw, it was a little blurry, the one where she's drinking out of it, but he got a good look on her pouring that Jack Daniels in that black coffee. And yeah, she actually enjoyed black coffee. I don't know why. I remember her telling us that during the first week of school. But basically, they deal with the whole situation and they're like saying, did you Photoshop this? No, I was there getting a Mountain Dew. I mean, here's a Mountain Dew. The council will decide your fate. Next day rolls over. I go through the other entrance of the school and I see her with her box, like basically she had a box where she would put all her stuff from her room, or most of her stuff from her room, besides furniture wise. And she is basically gone. And I'm wondering, like, hold on, is this actually happening? Is she actually fired? So I run over to the middle school side and go see my friends, like, hey, I saw her with the box. And they're like, yeah, us too. What? You can't believe it, right? She's actually fired. I'm like, how? And this is where I learned about alt information. Apparently, I then hear about what happened with the detention, with the freaking stench, and then now it comes up all together. You're like, oh yeah, it's all coming together. You know that scene from Cusco, the movie? No? All right. Basically, it was nuts, all right? We all found out this teacher that we wanted gone is now leaving. And we were all happy. We were like freaking celebrating like the freaking Death Star exploded. And really, this was just a good time. And it actually took us a while to get a teacher that would actually, stay, because we had to get some sub-teachers throughout the year. And it led up to about, I think it was like 6 or 7 teachers. I mean, we had some teachers that popped up the same, but one of them did get fired because, well, apparently they were being told that they weren't teaching us well. I knew it was you, Miss Karen 2.0. But basically, that's the point of the video, or at least the end of it. And really, I gotta say, having that alcoholic teacher was rude, because really, she even tried to give me a detention as well, where apparently I was trying to fix the clock on the computer for a friend of mine, and literally she gave me a detention because she's saying, sit down, stop talking to him. I know you guys are talking about video games. And I'm like, hold on, I'm just trying to help him with his computer, because if I don't fix it, then how is he going to submit the assignment? Because apparently this man was a day ahead in his computer. And I just couldn't believe it. But good thing I got it revoked. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope you guys enjoyed this first story time. Please, by all means, comment down below what you guys think of the whole situation, and also, when are you going to graduate? This was Delta, signing off. Leave a like, subscribe if you're new. Peace.